Bethlehem, Nazareth, and Jerusalem. These are the three cities so central to the story of Jesus as presented in the Gospels. Bethlehem, Nazareth, and Jerusalem. All these three cities expose a kind of different aspect of the relationship with God that Jesus brings to us. In Bethlehem, the wonder and mystery of the incarnation. In Nazareth, the conflict between divine wisdom and human ignorance that we heard a piece of this morning. And in Jerusalem, human sin fully revealed in the midday darkness of crucifixion and fully overcome by the bright dawning of resurrection. Our scripture this morning gives us a glimpse into Nazareth, but today, through our musicians, we are brought to Bethlehem. We were privileged recently to view a huge mid-18th century creche scene from Naples, Italy, at the Chicago Institute of Art. Sacred imagery reenacting the Nativity has its roots in 4th century Rome, but by the 13th and 14th century, in part due to its association with St. Francis of Assisi, such scenes had become a prominent feature in Christian homes and Neapolitan churches in particular. And they had exploded in creativity and complexity. The work that we saw featured over 200 figures, including no less than 50 animals and 41 items of food and drink, all staged in a spectacular Baroque cabinet with a painted backdrop. But that's not even what set the creche apart. At the top center were the traditional sacred elements of nativity scenes, the Holy Family, wise men, angels, shepherds. But the rest of the creche, below and beside, featured everyday, even profane aspects of life, and not of Bethlehem, but of contemporary Neapolitan life. Rowdy tavern scenes, bustling street activities taking place underneath the Holy Family's scene. Merchants, shoppers, folks wealthy and humble feasting at table, partiers, revelers, drunkards, streetwalkers, all of them were there as part of this sprawling nativity scene. Conrad Souza, the composer of our musical work for this morning, performs a similar work of artistic imagination, it seems to me, inserting the Holy Nativity into the sounds and scenes of the American Southwest and what he describes as a Southwestern piñata party for the baby. Both of these artistic approaches to the Nativity make the proclamation of the Incarnation all the more real and all the more radical for us. God comes to us, not the other way around, in the birth of Jesus. God comes to us, not as we would have ourselves, but as we are really. God comes to us, and not because we are so fit and prepared for divine visitation, but because we are so unaware of how our mundane lives and our slumbering world could be transformed by the living presence of God's love for us. God comes to us. This is the proclamation that our musicians will make to us this morning, calling our attention once more to Bethlehem. The Bethlehem of history, into which Jesus was born, the Bethlehem of our spiritual imagination, in which God may come to transform each and all of us. As we receive carols and lullabies this morning, may we open ourselves once more to the mystery and wonder. May we open ourselves once more to the possibility of divine visitation and human transformation. May we open ourselves once more to Bethlehem. Amen.